Alright, let's talk about something that's been on my radar lately, and no, it's not the usual tech or pop culture stuff. It's rugby. Specifically, a women's rugby team in Berks County, Pennsylvania, that's on the hunt for its next generation of players. Now, I know what you're thinking, rugby in Pennsylvania. But hear me out, because what's happening here is way more interesting than it sounds on the surface. First off, let's set the scene. Fall is just around the corner, and while most people are thinking about pumpkin spice lattes, there's a group of women in Exeter Township gearing up for something entirely different. The Reading Women's Rugby Football Club, founded in 2019, is more than just a sports team, it's a community. And that's what makes this story so compelling. Personally, I think what stands out most is the why behind this club. Shane Wardy, the founder and president, started it because she wanted to create a space for women in the community to learn rugby, join a team, and build something that feels like family. That's huge. In a world where women's sports often get overlooked, this isn't just about playing a game, it's about empowerment, connection, and breaking stereotypes. Rugby, after all, is a sport that's historically been dominated by men, so seeing women carve out their own space in it is pretty inspiring. What makes this really interesting is the diversity of the team. Kelly Renninger, the vice president, mentions that players come from all walks of life: moms, teachers, librarians, city workers. It's not just a team for young athletes, it's a team for anyone. And that inclusivity is rare. In my opinion, this is what sports should be about, bringing people together, regardless of age, profession, or background. It's not just about winning games, it's about building relationships and finding a sense of belonging. One thing that immediately stands out is the age range. Players range from 18 to 50. Think about that for a second. In most sports, there's this unspoken rule that you've got to be young to play. But here, a 50-year-old librarian could be playing alongside a college student. What this really suggests is that rugby, in this context, isn't just a physical activity, it's a way to defy societal expectations about age and athleticism. That's powerful. Catherine Thomas, the club's social media chair, shares a perspective that I find fascinating. She played sports in high school, but didn't want to commit to a team in college, so she joined a club instead. That's when she felt like she was part of a real team. This raises a deeper question. Why do so many people feel like traditional sports teams are too intense or exclusive? This club seems to offer a middle ground, competitive but not cutthroat, social but still serious about the game. If you take a step back and think about it, this isn't just a local story. It's part of a bigger trend of women's sports gaining visibility and momentum. From the U.S. women's national soccer team fighting for equal pay to the rise of women's rugby globally, there's a shift happening. This club in Berks County might seem small, but it's part of something much larger, a movement to redefine what sports can mean for women. What many people don't realize is how much work goes into building a team like this. It's not just about showing up and playing. It's about organizing practices, fundraising, recruiting players, and creating a culture that keeps people coming back. That's why their annual meeting, where anyone can come and learn more, is such a big deal. It's not just about signing up, it's about becoming part of something that's actively being built. From my perspective, this story is a reminder that sports can be so much more than what we see on TV. They can be about community, empowerment, and breaking barriers. So, if you're in Berks County and you've ever thought about trying rugby, or even if you haven't, maybe this is your sign. Because honestly, who wouldn't want to be part of something that feels like family, challenges societal norms, and lets you tackle people legally? Just saying. But here's my closing thought: what if more communities took this approach to sports? What if we stopped seeing them as just competitions, and started seeing them as spaces for connection and growth? Personally, I think the world would be a lot more interesting. So, kudos to the Reading Women's Rugby Football Club for leading the way. And if you're watching this, maybe it's time to lace up your cleats and give rugby a shot. Who knows? You might just find your next family.